Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing this evening? How is everybody doing? Let me just get everything kind of pulled up and I'll get my camera on. Hopefully, everybody is having a great Thursday. We're that much closer to the weekend. I love that. I love that for all my Monday through Friday workers. And I usually come into the live before the live, but I didn't make it in today. So here I am. Deborah, I'm wondering the same thing about them keeping Kaylee's phone. I did a video on it the other day. I'm wondering if there's some sort of evidence on there. And I got to put my chapstick on because if not, I busted the side of my lip. It really hurts. Sorry. I should have done that before the live started. But hello. Hi and welcome. So welcome to tonight's live. I hope you guys are having a great day, like I said. If you're new to the channel, hi, hello, welcome. I'm Tanya or TitaniumBuilt. You can call me either or. I hope you appreciate tonight's case coverage. If you're watching on a replay, hashtag replay, all that good stuff. And then if you enjoy the stream, or the case coverage, appreciate it. I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button. That way we can get the video out to more people. So we'll give it a couple minutes, get people to come in here, sit down, grab a drink, grab some popcorn, whatever they want to munch on. Hey, Cheryl, she's always first. That's Cheryl. Hey, Jan. Jan might be asleep by now. I'll probably put her to bed. I know, I kept changing it. I'm so bad. Sorry I changed the time, guys. I went to get my circle pillow that we were talking about last night, my round pillow, which I should have grabbed it. I'll do that before the live's over, maybe, if I remember, and show it to you guys. But when we got there, we had to travel like 30 minutes to go get this thing, which it was at our local Target. But I wanted to get a blanket that wasn't at our local Target. We get there and they were sold. They sold the blanket. They were out of it. I didn't realize they had given me the email. So we could have just got it right across the street. So that was my day. And then I got home and my dog had chewed up a bed. She chewed up the cat bed. So now I got to figure that out. Vincent's going to buy Rocky a new bed. We just bought it. Hey, Reba. Hey, Jan. Hey, Doodlebug. So that was my night. That's why I was a little late today. Hey, Arlo. I'm like, I swear it just is. It's always something, It always is. It seems like it always is. Yeah, Aries, I saw that. I was in her chat. I felt so bad for Brittany. Actually, I think I'm the one that told her. I might have been because I was sitting at my desk and I got a message, just from my email. And y'all, I'm so bad checking my emails. I really am. But I happened to have my phone in my hand and it said that my membership was paused. And I'm like, what? And as soon as I read it, I was like, oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't good. And so I texted her right away because I have her cell phone number. I texted her. I was like, girl, like my membership is paused. I don't know why. And that's what it was. So hopefully that little bot that's going around don't come near this channel. We don't want you around here, bot. Lady J been a member for 7 months. Thank you so much for being a member. I'm glad you're a member here. I really am. I'm glad you're a member. Thank you so much for being a member. Hey, Kathy Newport. Tawny Lee. I love that name. That's a cute name. Band concert. Oh, nice. Hey, Soulshine. Hey, Trish. Hey, everybody. Welcome on in, everybody. Here's everybody. I'm getting to the bottom now, I think. I don't know. I think I am. I don't know. I think I said hi to everyone. I hope it will too, Aries, because I stream a lot. I mean, if that's what it is, but I don't stream other content creator content. I like Nancy. I do Nancy or like mainstream all day. And then Nancy, whenever I stream her, if she ever does like a limited ads, she's never copy struck me, but sometimes she'll do a limited ad. And if you just appeal it, you just like click 2 buttons. I mean, it's literally 2 seconds of your time. She just releases it right away. She's like, oh, sorry about that. And then she leaves you like a good email. And it's like, oh, you're monetized back on your video. So that's why I feel safe streaming Nancy. So far, so good. I don't know, Harlow, what they got her for. It was a bot or someone did it. I was getting confused. But I think it's some sort of bot that's going around. And she had told me about it because she asked me if I had any TikTok. This was like a month or so ago. she had gotten a hold of me. She said, do you have any TikTok videos on your YouTube? And I'm like, I think like a handful. I can name them. Like the Joe Vidit back from the Idaho 4, like way back past, that was in November, December of last year. And then I did like a couple of the girls, just Idaho, I think, like probably like a handful, like 5. And so that's when she wiped her page clean because she was just trying not to get in any trouble. She just didn't want any trouble. And they still got her. I'm just like, man, like that's right around the holidays too. Like that's dirty, like it's Christmas and there's kids involved. Like I just got dogs and a cat, you know what I mean? Like they'll be fine. They'll get stuff, you know what I mean? Like they always do. They get stuff just when I go across the street to Target. But when it's kids, it's just really sad. So it's good to see everybody. Hey, Alicia, did I say hi to you, Alicia? I hope I did. I always smile at you, and I don't know if I say like hi, but I'm always like, Alicia's here. So I have a ton of stuff pulled up on my let me get my wording on my computer. I think I'm just gonna bookmark these actually real quick and then take a couple of these off. Because I had gotten an Idaho stream together to talk to you guys tonight, and then all of a sudden more Idaho news came out, and I was like, well, look at that. We're here, Oh, you just got here. Okay. Because I was like, I was going back up. I was like, did I not see her? But welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all for being here tonight. I really do appreciate it. If you guys don't mind taking a second, hitting the like button, it's free to do. It really helps the channel grow. Also, we do cover true crime daily on this channel. So if you'd like to join, and subscribe to the channel, we'd love to have you. If you'd like to join the channel membership, we would love to have you become a channel member. And I'll put the link in the chat here in just a moment. I usually have everything ready, but I didn't. And you know what I did? I forgot to, I'm going to welcome everybody back in with my welcome post, just in case you're coming in now so I can pin it. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. I promise. It's like the weekend's coming. I'm just ready for the weekend or something. Not like I do anything different. Hey, Wist. Hey, Dago. How you doing? Okay. So if you'd like to join our channel, I put it in the membership link in there for you. I'm doing good, Yankee Kyle. How you doing? Member for 3 months. Look at that. I love that. And then we have member for 7 months. Oh, I love that. Thank you guys for being members. I really do appreciate it. It really helps the channel. And you get the more members we have, the more emojis we get. So we can't beat that. Can't beat that at all. So I'm going to go over, I'm going to grab my drinks. I'm going to turn my camera off so I can go over to my notes for a minute, just so I can see where we're at. Because I actually have some new notes to tell you guys, some stuff to tell you guys that's new. Okay. Oh, here we go. I do have another channel. I forgot to tell you guys, mention this. I do have another channel. So I'm going to put that link in the chat since we're waiting on people to come in, and then we'll get right into tonight's live. Since I've been talking for a little while now. If you have any questions during the live, put a Q, like a capitalized Q, and then write out your question. That way I can see it. I'm going to try to be really vigilant and look at the chat, but sometimes when I'm reading, it's really hard to see. Let me turn my camera on. I feel weird when I'm talking to you guys. I don't have my camera on, but it's kind of hard for me to see sometimes when I'm looking here to look at the chat. I got vision in one eye, so maybe we should start with that from now on, because sometimes it gets hard for me to look everywhere. Reba. Oh, my Reba. Free love notes. And if you'd like to support the channel, like I said, a great way to do that is just to become a member of the channel, like the video, subscribe, all the normal stuff. And then if you're feeling extra generous, you can always do extra. So let's go over to Idaho. We actually have some stuff to talk about. I mean, we haven't had anything new come out document-wise since the 1st of December. So it's kind of been dry on the Idaho front on this channel anyway. Because, other than going back and looking at stuff that we've kind of previously looked at, there's nothing really to move forward because there's nothing been coming out. But there has been now. Look at that. Look at me, Mike said. I love that. Let me put you guys, actually, maybe I could put you over here. Why do I feel like this spot got smaller over here? There we go. Maybe we'll just do that in a minute. I don't know. I don't really like that. I'm not feeling that. Thank you guys. I love this. Look, Dreamcatcher, you've been a member for 8 months. I love these. I just figured out how to use mine. I have to use mine in some channels now. Let me pull this up here because I think that's where we're starting. Yes. So we're going to start with the demolition. I think I'm saying that wrong. So demolition. I don't know if you guys have heard, but most of us in this in the stream right now, we're all Idaho fanatics. So I'm sure you guys have heard maybe by now. Why does that look so dang small, y'all? I'm going to try to blow it up a little bit for you guys. It's just really small writing. Oh, there we go. But they do have a date. Oops. Oh, are you kidding me, guys? Oh my Lord. Okay, I'm done. Shut the live down. Shut the live down. I just spilled my drink. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're not shutting the live down. What the heck? Look at that. Dago just became a member. See, you spill your drinks and you're a mess, and people give you milestones and they become a member because they're like, for the love of God, Tanya, get on with it. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. Janet, you're happy? It's your birthday? I didn't see it. I don't see Janet. There it is. Happy birthday, Janet. Happy birthday. I hope you had a wonderful day today. Hey, Hunting for the Truth. Oh, I like that name. Oh, and I like your dog. Hey, Crimes and Consequences. Okay, we'll get started. Sorry, guys. You know how I am. Sometimes I get right into it. Sometimes I don't. But it's a big show tonight. We have a lot to talk about. So buckle up. So King Road, they're going to be doing the demolition on the 28th of December at 7 a.m. What do you guys think about it? I know I've asked you guys before. I think people are like half and half when it comes to, leaving the house up, tearing the house down. I don't know. But we'll go over this letter that the school put out. You're not happy, Aries? Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of changing my mind. I was like, just tear it down, and then today, I got in my feels. Oh, you're fine. We don't care about the cats around here. I got in my feels today. Like I really did. I did. And I read a post from Christy on Facebook. She just posted it about a little over an hour ago. And I'm like, it doesn't matter which family member it would have been from. It could have been Kara Kernodle that wrote it. It could have been Ben Mogan that wrote it. It would have still got me in my feelings the same way. And I'll read that over for you guys too. So you have, so you can see it, but I was like, man, I'm really on the fence with the house. We have 2 students. We have, Hunter and Maisie that still go to school there that have to look at that house, which I don't think that, that's fair to them to have to see that. But then on the other hand, I don't really know about a jury, but maybe just leaving it up. I don't know. I know you can't just leave it up for the families, but maybe just leave it up a little bit longer. I know that's like, don't do it around Christmas. Like, why'd you have to pick around Christmas? What's up with people on Christmas? Like, couldn't they do like it after the new year, like fresh start, new beginning? I know they're trying to do winter break and stuff, but it's just very weird to me. It's very sensitive. Yeah. You think the jury needs to walk through like the Murdaughs? I think with the Murdaugh, it was just like the Murdaugh place. It was just so more widespread, but they did need to see that location. It really did give you value. I mean, it gave you value in knowing how it happened. I mean, I'm a visual person. I really am. You guys know me. I'm a visual person. I like to look at things. I'm just that person. But yeah, this is kind of soon. I just feel like this is real. I mean, it's a year, it's over a year, but it's right around Christmas. Who decided to do it right around Christmas? Couldn't you have done it Thanksgiving break? Like there's other breaks. Like, you know what I mean? That the students are out. I think they're trying to do it while the students are gone. Like, but there's other times. There's other times to do it. But he says here that teams representing the defense for Brian Kohlberger will access the King Road house today and tomorrow. So Brian Kohlberger, Ann Taylor, all them people, they're going to go in December 14th and December 15th. The defense asked the University of Idaho in November for access to the house in December. As they prepare their case for trial, the date of which has not been set. And I really hate when they use the word trial is postponed indefinitely. That almost sounds like it's never going to happen. That word indefinitely means we ain't got a date. It's not going to happen. That's my brain computes that. It says the defense indicated they want to take photographs, measurements, and possibly gather drone footage of the house. So just like what the prosecution did. Following this, university will prepare for demolition of the house. Demo will begin at 7 a.m. on Thursday, December 28th, and it may take several days to completely clear the site. I wonder if they removed everything from the house or if they're going to leave some stuff in there and demo it. I don't know how that really works. I would think that they would. And they would like clear the house all out, but it has been the intention of the university since being given the house to demolish it. But they never said they were going to do it Christmas, Grinch. It is the grim reminder of the heinous act that took place there, President Scott Green said. While we appreciate the emotional connection some family members of the victims may have to this house, it is time for its removal and to allow the collective healing of our community to continue. The decision to tear down the house during winter break was made as an attempt to decrease further impact on the students who live in that area. Well, I also think that they need the area cleaned up too, because you can't go down the road. You can't park there. They need all those cars home, go home to mom and dad's. We need it cleared out. Plus, if not, you'd have students there taking pictures, taking TikToks, taking video. I mean, really, they would be taking videos and pictures at least. It's crazy. Germer, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Construction of Moscow will serve as general contractor and provide project oversight. Well, they might not get any business after this, while also performing site rehabilitation, grading, utility disconnection, and demolition assistance at a reduced cost to the university. Why do they have to put that part in there? Who cares if it's a reduced cost? In late October, the FBI accessed the house to gather additional data. As explained to the university, the scanning done by the FBI will allow them to create visual aids that could be used in the trial. Because of the gag order imposed by the court, no information or comment will be provided by the defense, prosecutor offices, investigators, or law enforcement. So instructions for media attending the demolition. King Road will be blocked off to traffic and on-street parking suspended during the demo and debris removal. Lot 45 is a see attached map, which there's no attached map. I don't know where the map is. I wish I had it. Is available for media parking. Overnight parking is not allowed in this lot. And I have the maps up because I want to see where that's at. Media will have access to view the demolition at the cul-de-sac at the south end of King Road. This is a clear vantage point. Drones cannot be launched from university property. Okay, so they're saying the south end. Wait, I don't want that. I'm trying to see, maybe you guys can help me. I'm not good with knowing which direction. Is it this cul-de-sac? Is he talking? Are they talking about right down here? I don't know if you guys can see my mouse or not, though. So that might not be working. But on King Road, where it says 118, 126 on the building, is that where you think they're talking about? Like that little cul-de-sac? Because surely it wouldn't be up here. On the back of Queen. Yeah. Court, you're right. They should probably be able to walk the place. I mean, I don't know. You know me, I've been on the fence this whole time about it, but hold on one second. I'm gonna grab a drink. But I don't know. It is not a normal house. That's where I'm on the fence with everything. That one step gets me every time. That one step down to Dylan's room, like if you're going from the kitchen to the living room or living room to the kitchen, they have that little step there. I would trip over it every single time. Hey, Victorine, how are you doing? Jan, it's her birthday, and that's her birthday wish. Just find him guilty, no trial needed. Because, I mean, be truthful with you guys. I mean, that house is very weird. It's set. We've all been here since the beginning, I think. And if you haven't, Just go back to anybody's playlist that's been here for a long time. It doesn't have to be mine. I mean, it can be, but it doesn't have to be. But you'll see where we were trying to figure out the layout of this house because nobody knew. For the first probably 2-3 weeks, nobody had an idea. None of us knew what this house looked like on the inside. We were trying to look through, Fox News and see what they were looking, like they were doing the drone and stuff, but we couldn't see inside the home to see how it was laid out. We still thought the roommates, Dylan and Bethany, were both on the first floor. Penny royalty, yes, they could. A lot of them could come from tripping on that step. Absolutely. And I wonder if they did. I mean, you would have to, even if you knew it was there, I would trip over it. I'm not going to lie about that. I would trip over it. So I'm thinking that they could be like at this little cul-de-sac here, is what I'm assuming. But if I'm wrong, don't take me on board because I'm really bad at directions. It's bad. Like I could get lost anywhere. It's bad. So yeah, like I said, I don't know. I'm pretty sad that they're tearing it down. I did see that Christy put up a Facebook post, and it was really, I think it was Christy anyway. Yeah, it was Christy. Because there's two that's up that I want to show you. One is from Christy and the other one I believe is from Steve. But I wanted to show you, I'll show you that now. Somebody sent me a video. Oh, it's someone to do with this on Facebook. Okay. Well, I'll let you know. Yeah, Otto. Yeah. Like if he parked up in that back area where he could look through those trees. I think just in general, seeing the house at night. I wonder if they did anything at night. You know what I mean? Like if the cops did anything, like drone footage, because that backside, you could see straight through that. You can't see out when it's that dark, like, and you're standing inside the kitchen, you're not able to see outside, but whoever's outside gets a straight view of whatever you're doing. My mom used to be so hard on me when I was younger about my blinds and stuff, like just leave them closed because of our windows. Like they were just large windows. And I never did. But this came out about an hour ago. So I wanted to read you guys this one first. And I thought it was very, very sad and very sweet. Wait, hold on. Is there two? No. Okay, there is two, but I thought it was another one. So she put this about an hour or so ago. Yeah, they tear down, they still rebuild. Like they could still build something. I think they should put a parking lot kind of back there, a lit up parking lot. I know that doesn't sound fun, but the students there, like they were, I've heard them on like the news and stuff say that there's not a lot of light through there, like for them to be walking to and from, houses and class and all that. So maybe they can even put like an emergency phone there, even though that's not technically campus. Like they could still put a campus emergency phone, maybe like plant something, have like a memorial of some sort, but like have it to where they can use it. They will use it and utilize it and stuff. Something that, that can come good from this. I feel like that should be it. So it says here, Christy wrote this. It says, so I have really been having some hard days this week. Today was especially hard because we were notified that they plan on tearing down the house on December 28th, just 3 days after Christmas. Here is the thing with the house. I get it. It's an eyesore. It makes the community and college sad. It's a house of horrors. That's so sad. So on and so forth. Yes, Kaylee unfortunately died in that house, but more importantly, Kaylee lived a fun, happy life in that house. So my point is, when the house is torn down, it will be a very sad day for me. Salt in a wound that never heals. Anyway, I broke down at work today and I even cried all the way home. When I got home, there was a huge box on our front porch. I opened it to find all these amazing treats. Thank you to Ben S. for making me smile on a day of such sadness for me. We love you all so much. I honestly do not know what I would do without all of you rallying around us, loving us, and praying for us. Thank you again, Ben. And yes, I definitely found some goodness in your gift. I'm excited to try some East Coast Greens Bakery. And I just thought that was like, she's just speaking from her heart. She's just speaking from her heart. It's really sad. I mean, it's sad. She's got some really nice, yummy goodies, though. Hopefully they made her feel better. Hey, Brandywine. That is from Christy. Yeah, Cheryl, that's from Christy. Yeah, she said that in an interview too, that she didn't want the house to be torn down because I think in her heart, she may want to go in there one day. Maybe like she may. And I think she wants that option. I think it's like it's like finalizing something almost. And you can't rush somebody's grieving process. And that's why I'm like, I want the house to kind of stay up because it's almost like they're rushing these parents' grieving process. Like, sorry, we're tearing the house down. We don't, and I know it's just a house, but it's the last place they were, that's their family. I couldn't imagine. I've never been through this. I've lived on the East Coast too. I've never heard of it either, but I'm gonna have to try it. It looks yummy. And I love bread. I'm a bread person. But I thought that was just a really sad post. But I wanted to share it because I knew that they put it out there. They wanted to share it. So we'll go down a little bit. Okay. And then we'll talk about the other post. You think so, Hunting for the Truth? You feel like they're hiding something and Demolition will cover it? Oh, sorry, Wandering Orphan. Thank you for coming in. I was like talking to you, get ready for my live, and then like someone else just messaged me, and like I was like, oh crap, I forgot I had my Facebook up. Sometimes I forget, but I don't mind. This person's awesome. So yeah, it should, especially just after trial extreme lawn. I think you're right. Like just maybe after trial. After trial's fine. Like it's not like. I know that the students are impacted, and I know, and I've said this, and I hate for Hunter and Maisie to have to see that house. But I've also said, even if the house is torn down, they're still going to look over on that property and think the same thing. They're still going to have that sadness. I mean, that just doesn't go away. Even if the house is gone, it's still, when you look over there, you're still going to think of the memory. So I feel like it's being a little rushed right now especially around Christmas. Like, come on, guys. There are so many breaks during the year for school. Do it a different time. I do it during summer break. Do it, spring break, like Easter break, Thanksgiving break would have been okay, but not during Christmas. I mean, these are people, it's very sad. It's very sad. And it doesn't matter even if this was only the other foot, if the shoe was on the other foot and, someone was doing something that they shouldn't have been to Brian Koberger, I'd be speaking out too. But they're not trying to, tear down his parents' house as of right now that I know of. I did hear though, someone was saying, I don't think that they would. And I think this might be like a fib I heard, like a fib, or maybe I dreamt this. So don't take this with like a huge grain of salt. But I heard that the same people that are doing like 50 Cent's creators that are doing the Asa Ellerup Peacock special, I guess reached out to Brian Koberger's parents and asked them if they wanted to do the same special for like money. But I don't know how true that is. And I don't remember exactly where I saw it or heard it. So but I wanted to let you guys know and let me know if you've heard that. Yeah, Sophie's mom. Yeah, what a way to, Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, Oh man. And I know their birthdays aren't around that time of year, but I mean, thank goodness, And I think that's, in this family here, like the Gonzalez's, they're human. They're human. Like, and they're grieving. And people pick apart what they say and twist it and mold it. And it's disturbing. There's no other word for it. If I was in this position, I can't talk straight. I can barely be coherent, regular Tanya. If I was going through this, I would be a mess. You guys would be like, she's crazy. She's nuts. She did it. I wouldn't be able to talk. I can't talk straight right now. So we got to remember that when we're talking about, the families, and we're, they're human. Like, they're human. And I couldn't imagine going through what they go through. But if you guys didn't get to see my video from earlier, we're going to kind of go over that a little bit. And thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. If you guys don't mind just taking a second, smash that like button, because it's free to do. And I don't really ask for much. I really don't. I don't think I do. Now I'm going to ask you guys like every 5 minutes. I'm going to try not to. So last night, someone brought up in the chat, we were, chit-chatting it up, and they came in and they were talking about how, there was a creator out there that had talked to Steve Gonzalez. And I put that there. Thanks, bless you. So, I was like, I don't watch that creator. So I just, got off the live, and I didn't think like anything else about it until I saw this post today. And then I was like, okay. So I went and I watched some of the video, and to be honest, I got about halfway through it. And I stopped I was like, because I was pausing my like video to like commentate, and then I was coming back, and I was like, I can't watch the rest of it. I couldn't. I was getting confused, and maybe I'm slow. Maybe that's what it is. But I was like, what? Like, I was reading something and it was being twisted a completely different way, it seemed like. Pickle me Elmo. Look at that. Member for 5 months. Go and get that rainbow arm next month. That's the highest tier we have right now. National Enquirer for YouTube. Oh my gosh, Patrick, you're right. When I saw your comments today, I was like, spot on. Vincent was like, who? And I was like, Patrick. I was like, the dude's level-headed. The Wandering Orphan. No, it's just been crazy. It's been nuts. So, and I usually, I keep my mouth shut, but old Tanya came out for a little bit today. So I did a little reaction video. But I went back and I listened to the whole video. So I want to make sure everyone knows I listened to all 13 minutes and like 56 seconds of it. That way I could give you guys my thoughts. So in the video, the creator stated that he was getting threats and harassment. I wasn't aware that he did a members only live and went into like detail about the threats. In the video he posted, the only threat that he said was that the person posted a photo of him. Well, we see you every day on video. In your Twitter, you have your whole family and vacations, and on your community tab. So that's not a threat. I didn't see that as a threat. But if there was more that I don't know, then there's more. And I'm sorry for that. But that wasn't presented in the video. The only thing in the video that was said was they put a picture up of me. It was an old one, but I was like, okay, maybe you didn't like the picture that was put up. I don't know. But I did go and read Jules of All Trades, because he said that she was getting threats too. And I did read her community post, and I don't know who is putting her children's name out there, but I guess there is someone that put her children's name, and that's wrong. Point blank, period. Like, that's just totally wrong. She doesn't talk about her kids on her channel. Her children aren't a part of her channel. She's not a family channel. She's a true crime channel. Like, that's really wrong. So I did read her community post, because someone asked me on my comments if I had read it. And I was like, no, I didn't read it. I didn't know she had a community post. So I went and read it. But you can see pictures on X, and you can see pictures. I mean, he's on video. I was just like really confused about that. So he's getting threats. So he contacts Steve Gonzalez. Now, somebody tell me in what world, in what universe does that make sense? If you guys were getting a threat, if you were a content creator, if you were me, Who would you call if you were getting threatened on YouTube? Sure as hell wouldn't be Steve Gonzalez, a victim's father. Like, well, I'm really confused about that. Like, I'm just so confused about that part. That's the part I don't get. And that's when I heard that, I couldn't hear anymore because my brain was going, what? Ghostbusters Aries said, I'm just, who you gonna call? Who you gonna call? Steve Gonzalez. I need a t-shirt with that. Because Steve would do some damage. I mean, he is a badass. But normally you call 911. Normally you call your local police. If you call anybody but your local police for a YouTube threat, then they're going to laugh at you and say, call your local police. It's just very crazy. Oh, I did see the thing about Jules. So I guess someone put her kids' names out there, and that's just wrong. I don't know who did that, but I didn't see the names and I don't want to. But I know that she does have little kids, like younger children. I don't know how old they are. It doesn't matter. They're minors. Even if they were minors, she doesn't want them on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, there are some things that people don't want on YouTube. Me, I don't care. Because I don't have kids. If I had a kid, I would be very different. I would be very different. I would be very, I would be like Jules. Don't put them out there. Don't talk about them because you don't want people to use that against you. And that's scary, and she's here in the US too. I'm sure whoever is doing all of this crazy madness stuff is based in the United States. I mean, come on. Like, it's Idaho 4. I know it's international, but the percentage of crazies in the US compared to people that are watching around the world, we probably got more. So I don't really know why somebody from across the pond is that worried. But I mean, you never know. But you don't really reach out to a victim's family. Either way. Who blocked you? No, I don't see her either. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So, yeah, maybe I should read the post. Maybe I'll just go through this. He also said that he believes he's being threatened because he's close to finding out the truth. What I don't get is, why can't it be Brian Kohlberger? Like, why can't 5 police agencies get it right? Why do we have to say that they got it wrong? And it's every case. It's not just this one. It's been every case. Since I've been on the platform, since Kylie Rodney. Whatever's mainstream, let's go the opposite. I don't know. But I guess that's part of the entertainment aspect of YouTube. There's, people that are here for, I don't know, how do you really put, like, factual information, advocacy, giving you guys knowledge. And then there's entertainers, people that come on to just entertain. And, that's just the difference, I guess, between creators. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I guess if that's what you want to do, that's your own page to do it. But try not to reach out to families of victims. So, and then this person, decided they wanted to, be mean. So, and I do have the picture that she's referring to. It says, I wanted to address a YouTube video brought to my attention today by a foreign creator who claimed to have received death threats due to his content. While I initially tried to be helpful, it seems his claims may have been a ploy for attention. We support all the victims associated. I'm going to read this again. We support all the victims associated with the 1122 King Road residents. We have been threatened, but not by any of our girls' college friends. Individuals like this grifter tarnish the reputation of honest YouTubers, and their manipulative attempts to exploit victims' families should be condemned. And I'm really glad that they put that in there. I'm glad that they're not hating on all YouTubers. I really am really glad, because I could see, I couldn't blame them. Really. The stuff that they've probably seen online, oh my gosh, I couldn't even blame them. Despite our family's stance against baseless content, he turned vague words around to create controversy. Twisting victims against themselves is unacceptable, and we want to be clear we stand united with all the victims of this case. And I think what it is people will twist words. They twist them. To make it more exciting. I don't know. I don't get it. So this was one of the messages I want to share with you guys. And it says, both families have resources and are being protected because neither want to be a part of this case. He referred to it as they don't want to be involved. They're washing their hands of this and they're walking away. That's not what I take from that message. I take from that they don't want to be part of this case because nobody does. Nobody wants to go through this. Who wants to wake up, have 4 roommates, friends dead, and you got to move all your stuff out? You can't even take your stuff with you because it's a crime scene, actually. You got to leave everything there, be uprooted, go home, have everyone on the internet talk about you. I wouldn't want to be a part of that. But this part I don't understand, and he never addressed it. So if anyone can tell me what he means by, so this is Steve Gonzalez supposedly saying this. It says, without knowing what you were digging into, meaning him, Harsh, it is hard for me to say for sure. So what is Harsh digging into? What's he digging into? Because he didn't answer that part. I need an answer. So, yeah, he said, I don't know. Hey, Mystic. Let me see. The mods are great. Yeah, and if he did reach out to, and I will say this because I want to make it clear. Okay, I want to make this clear. Steve, you're my dude, but if this is legit, Steve, I would just recommend that you, before you write a content creator back, watch a couple videos. Do you know what I mean? Like, because if this was Steve and he did write Harsh back, that to me is kind of like, why did you write him back? Because I mean, obviously, look, no offense, it's his content, but it is a lot. It's out there. It's really far out there. So I just don't know. But I want to know what he was digging into. What were we digging in? What are we digging into? Okay, let's see. This is other stuff that I had actually for tonight. So yeah, no, I don't mean any harm with Harsh. I mean, he's his own person. He does his own content. He's built his channel. He does what he does. And I will say, if I wasn't so invested in the Idaho 4 case from like more of an emotional standpoint, where I'm like I'm an empath, then maybe I would still watch his content. But I used to watch it. I used to watch it every morning when I woke up. When Kylie Rodney case started and I came in onto the platform, I was subscribed from like forever. It was from Kylie Rodney until about 6-7 months ago. And then I just started unsubscribing from people that were saying things that I didn't think that were true. And that was just my personal opinion. And that was only because I am a content creator. And this is the only reason. I'm a content creator and I didn't want to get my brain and my mind filled with stuff that I wasn't true. And then I get confused and I tell you guys, if that makes sense. So I always try to show like documents whenever, or something like, to help with that. But yeah. Really? I know that Gray was there driving around. Oh, Soul Shine. Oh, he did. Let's see. I guess we gotta We got to go to YouTube. I guess Harsh made a, I guess he made a statement. Look at me over here. I'm like, we got to go over to YouTube. I did notice today that he didn't make any Idaho videos. This is the first time I think since Idaho happened. And he made 2 videos today. There's this, is it the one from 8 hours ago? Because he canceled his live. Okay, let me see. I don't think you can really get in trouble for showing a community post. Oh, Steve Gonzalez's response. I didn't see this. Okay. Steve Gonzalez's response. Fireworks. It has been brought to my attention that Steve Gonzalez has responded to my video. The funny thing is my video very clearly showed what Steve posted to me via his page, private messenger. Well, I mean, we did see it, but you can take it 2 different ways. You really twisted it there, in my opinion. The truth is that, the truth in this is that I approached Steve regarding my own threats, and Steve responded with what he did. Steve claims that I misrepresented him when in fact, maybe it was Steve misrepresenting Dylan and Bethany by saying what he said. What I posted was exactly what he stated. I didn't add to it and certainly didn't need to misrepresent it. You didn't need to do that? I'm a creator. I mean, like, I don't know. Come on now. Maybe Steve should stand by the comments he makes rather than make the comments he does and then try to backtrack. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but even if this is all true and like, you know, Steve sent that message and he picked it apart or whatever, you do not do this to a victim's family. You don't do this. This is insanity. Like, am I the only one thinking that this is like rude? Maybe Steve, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just taking that wrong, but I would be taking it wrong. Maybe Steve should stand by the comments he makes rather than make the comments he does and then try to backtrack. You cannot make a statement like he did about Dylan and Bethany that was very, very clear and then in the next breath say how supportive you are of them. That is disingenuous. We'll look at the message again too. People talk about lawsuits and me treading carefully. If it weren't for the fact that I feel for Steve's situation, it would be me taking legal action for making public statements about me because he has to now backpedal. Catch you in the live. Let's go up here. Live canceled 8 hours ago. Out of respect for this community and our moderators, I have canceled this evening's live and have instead created a shorter 14-minute video addressing the Steve Gonzalez issue. Oh, did I see that? I didn't see that. Showing receipts and putting the matter to bed once and for all. It is unfair to place this community and the moderators in a situation where they're firefighting all night due to trolls that feel that I fabricated a story or twisted words. Turn your comments off. The video will be video 1 of 2 tomorrow. Please make sure to keep your eyes out for both, as video 2 covers something I feel everyone needs to consider with respect of potential evidence or missing evidence when the case goes to trial. My apologies for anyone looking forward to the live, but I do feel it would have been in poor taste to draw this out more than it needs to be. I do, however, feel the need to defend my position, which I will. He didn't want to come live tonight because he didn't want all the trolls in his chat saying, what did you do? And he didn't want to have to make a response. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. I mean, point blank, period. Point blank, period. He didn't want to have to respond. I'm telling you as a creator, ignore it. It's easy to ignore things. It's real easy. And then things just go back to whatever in a few days. It's just insanity to me. Wow. And you shouldn't make your moderators do all that work. Turn the comments off. Turn those comments off. Everybody's doing, that's what everyone's trying to cause problems right now. It really is, because it's slow on the streets of YouTube. If you're a YouTube streeter, you know, people are picking fights with everybody. And let me put up my other channel, because we're going to be spilling the tea over there. So everybody go subscribe, because as soon as we hit 5,000 or not 5,000, sorry, not 5,000, 500 subscribers, The tea is coming. The tea is going to be coming spilled. We're going to have so much fun over there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. Just true crime over here, fun times over there. And I don't know. I don't agree with that. I don't think that he should have put the messages out. I mean, this is the message that we saw, the one I showed you. Let me find it. Tell me I didn't click off that stupid. I was like, don't tell me I clicked off of that. This was one of the messages. And it says both families have resources and are being protected. And I think what Steve meant with that was, they are being, they're kind of just like staying in there. Maybe they have bodyguards. Who knows? Maybe they have people parked outside their house. You don't see a lot from Bethany and Dylan. You really don't. We've only seen a couple videos, couple pictures, and that's it. And that's all. And it says neither want to be a part of this case. I don't want to be a part of this case. I wish this never happened. What do you mean? Like, that's why I would have read that. But maybe people read things differently. But I don't know. Thanks, so Shine. Oh, Aries, my comment section was on fire. It's still on fire, probably. It's on fire. We're talking about the situation, crafting justice, and obviously you don't know what disgusting is. Disgusting is contacting a victim's father, a family member, because you're scared of somebody on YouTube. Why would you do that? Why would you contact a victim's family member? And I'll drop the link for you if you can explain that, because I would love for someone to come up here and explain that one to me. I would love it. Love it. I really would. If someone wants to explain to me why you would call Steve Gonzalez instead of the police, if you're scared, then let me know. I would love to know. Because, I mean, other than Steve being a complete badass, I wouldn't call him. I wouldn't call him for nothing. I wouldn't. Only thing I would message that family is, I am so sorry for your loss. And that's it. Like I did on their post, I said, bless your heart. Because I was like, bless them. Look how big he is. Who's the keyboard warrior that's putting your pictures out? He said he's being threatened and they put a picture out of him. And that's all he said on this one. I mean, it's just weird. I'm just confused. That's all. I'm just confused. You know how many times I get threatened in email by creators on a weekly basis just so they can start problems with me? It's happened twice this last month. So I would not call Steve Gonzalez and say, Steve, someone's harassing me. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I really don't think that what happened was he got a little bit of a little clip and he said, oh, Jesus, I got something and I'm going to go with it. And that's a point blank period. He's made, 46K views when I took this still shot. So it's a nice little Christmas present. I mean, I just wanted to bring it up because I did make the video and a lot of people were saying stuff and I know it's probably crazy in here. So Jan's probably like, oh my Lord. Let's see. I want to go back to over here. Let's see. Yeah. And he just said that the girls walked away and they washed their hands of this. They were just done with it. Nobody is going to be able to do that after a crime like this happened. I don't understand where the mindset is. I just don't understand why you contact Steve. Like, I mean, maybe they'll bring all these people in. Like, can you imagine you're eating dinner? You're Steve Gonzalez and you're trying to eat dinner and you probably don't even want to eat what's on your plate because it doesn't look good because your child's not there. You're in your feels. He's always in his feels every minute of the day. Trying to probably enjoy dinner. And then he gets a message on Facebook. I'm being threatened. Like, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I would call the police or whoever you call out there, There was some other stuff I wanted to go over, but how long have we been on here? Okay, not very long. Okay. we'll move on. Let me try to close out some of these windows so that I'm not so confused on life. That's easy to do. But I do wonder where the news crews are going to be parked for the demolition. I'm thinking maybe back over here in this area. They said cul-de-sac off of King Road. I'm not good with the directions. They said south. Is this south, y'all? Is anybody good with directions in here? Because I'm not. If you were to put me somewhere and be like, give me a map like of the place and tell me to walk there, I would be lost. I'm really bad. Oh, hey Riddler. Hey Riddler. Welcome. You're gonna get your rainbow arm next month. Thank you for being a member for so long. And thank you for being a really good friend. Thank you. I don't think it's okay when JLR and everyone else does, though. No, Crafty Justice. I don't think it's okay for anyone to do it. I really don't. I really don't. It's not, they're grieving. I mean, and I brought this out on, this isn't nothing near what they went through. But when my father was killed, when I was 22, if I were to have to put up with the stuff that they've had to put up with, I wouldn't have done it. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I just wouldn't. I mean, words are being twisted. It's just crazy, twisting words and. Thank you so much, Be Happy. Be Happy just gifted 20 memberships. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Grab the memberships up while you can. Thank you, Be Happy. That's so sweet. It is sad. It's really sad. It breaks my heart. And it doesn't matter which family member it was. It just this happens to be the Gonzalez's. Because I know a lot of people are like, everyone takes up for them and blah, blah, blah. Why wouldn't we? First off, they're a grieving family. And they're being pushed through their grieving journey. They're being pushed through it. They're not able to sit at home and relax and try to grieve and move through the stages, the 8 or whatever stages of grief. They're being pushed, like to grieve faster. I feel like they have to be stronger because they do come out and they do talk. It's crazy. Yes, PKC. Steve, every time I trash the survivors, I get threats. Can you help me by attacking the survivors with me? That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Oh yeah, let's see who got memberships. I love it when people gift memberships because it's like the lottery. Look at that. Janet got a gift membership. Are you still in here, Janet? It's her birthday. She got gifted a membership. That's perfect. It's perfect. Okay, I'm going to turn off my camera for just a second. I'm going to grab my drink. I can't believe I spilled my drink at the beginning of the live, but I didn't spill it on my new keyboard, thank goodness, or my mouse. You are absolutely right, though, Crimes. They do. They're going to do what they're going to do. Rowing now. BK's fake out. I love the name. You can see, you can only see who's participating, I think, in the chat. When you go up to like the 3 little, or the little settings. PKC, I think that's the best comment I've seen. Oh, okay. Brian's making it like he's in danger and he wanted to pass the said info on to Steve in case something happened. But you'd still think you'd call the police. Or like, I don't know what they're called over there, that's just, you think you would. You would call the police. I would call the police. I'm not afraid of the police. I mean, I think that's what's wrong with some of us. We're like afraid to call the cops. Call the cops. That's what they're there for. Say, hello, I'm getting threatened. I know you're not going to do anything until I'm actually hurt, but here's my complaint. File this. Make sure it's filed. Thank you, Hunting for the Truth. Thank you for the super sticker. Oh my gosh, your dog is adorable. As a parent that drivers past the site, my son died and I was revived. I cannot drive past where my son left. I always cry as All I see is my child's body outline and can't drive past without crying. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't relate with that. I mean, I can't relate with the son, but when my dad was killed, let's turn my camera on. The spot where he died, I was there. I was 10 cars behind. So, and it was a quarter mile from my parents' house, and you had to go by it to get into town. So every day you just had to go by it, and you saw things. And then when you found out after the autopsy what really had happened to his physical body, then you think of the trauma part and what they went through, and it's just very, very sad. So I'm sure that they do the same thing. I'm sure that when they get into Kaylee's car, they think that, of things that happened. I'm sure they get flashes, just like, they probably think about it. I mean, what happened that night more than anybody. And it's just so sad. Crimes and consequences. I agree. I want to cover Summer so bad, but I don't want to get into the drama part of it. But I think that's good for me because I haven't watched any of it. It's where I can come into it with like more of a clear head. I think we were talking about it the other day on our live because I did a couple of videos over Summer Wells when I first came on the platform. She's another little girl, like another missing child that, everyone just wants to know, where is she at? So I wanted to start this conversation because I wasn't sure what you guys would think about this. So let's see here. I'm going to pull up the good old PCA. And we've talked about this before, but I wanted to talk about it again while I have you guys here and get your opinion on it. So and this is like I think the last thing kind of we'll talk about. But so the first thing is something simple, and I should know the answer for this, and I really don't know the answer. So that's why I come to you guys, because in this community, if I don't know something, I know one of y'all will know it. And, I love that. So it says here on November 13th, 2022 at approximately 4 p.m., Moscow Police Department, Sergeant Blaker and I responded. Why? And this has probably been out there since the beginning, and I don't know why, I don't know. But why did it take them until 4 o'clock to respond to the crime scene? Because detectives and stuff they usually go in after the first responders. I'm just wondering what was going on. They didn't get there till 4 from when the call was in at 12. I'm just wondering if you guys knew that answer. If there was they had a meeting or something they were in. I don't know. Oh, I didn't see that. Did you give the membership? Riddler, thank you so much. I didn't see that. That's the past me. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, guys. You guys have been amazing tonight. Thank you. You're amazing every night, but I was just reading the chat. Crimes Consequences says some days I just want to walk away from YouTube. I hear you. I try. But I'll never leave y'all. I took Vincent's birthday off. It's his birthday. I should have not even thought about YouTube, but I was like, I got to go on. And I was almost going to come on here. I was like, it's his birthday. He wouldn't have cared. He wouldn't have cared. But yeah, I didn't know if you guys knew that. I'm just wondering. I'm curious. I have a few friends. I just need to get on the Facebook, and I hate getting on Facebook. But I have a few friends that are officers that I just want to get their point of view. And they've been to crime scenes, not gruesome like this, but, unalivings. And I just want to kind of get their point of view on how things work. Because I know first responders go in, but first responders won't go in unless the scene is cleared. But how would they know the scene is cleared? So I don't know, Mr. Rosebud, but I think I'm going to start doing Rumble. I thought about doing Rumble. I've been thinking about it for a long time, but I'm not sure how they pay out, though. Mental break, Jamie Peace. Absolutely. You got to. Oh, you're gorgeous. Oh, geez, girl, you're a gorgeous girl. Jeez. Sorry, I put you on the spot there. You removed yourself from YouTube for a little while, so his mom. Me too. There's if you go to your homepage there, if you see the thumbnail picture, there's those 3 little dots. You can click to like not have any content from that creator anymore. Like if there's somebody that you just don't want to watch. And I did that with a couple of creators that would get under my skin. They just got under my skin. And I felt better. Night and day difference. Night and day difference. Rumble's kind of like YouTube, but it's just like another platform, like kind of like a social platform, streaming platform. Oh, Brian said, I want to thank Be Happy for the membership. It means a lot. Happy holidays to you and your family. That's so sweet. I said it just in case Be Happy is not in the chat. Sometimes they're just listening in. They come out of nowhere with a super chat or with a hello or something. I love the like people that just, we call them lurkers, but they're not really lurkers. They're just hanging. They're hanging out, chilling, or chillers. We'll call them that. So lurkers is kind of a mean word, I feel like. I do that a lot. I lurk in chats. Guilty. I'm everywhere. So we've read through the affidavit a gazillion and a half times, and we've talked about the injuries being different, but I was digging in deeper with it. So I was just wondering, do you think that either maybe like 2 weapons were used? And we'll go over the different injuries and how they word it. Or do you think that maybe this could be a possibility, that when the suspect got down to the 2nd floor, the knife maybe got knocked out of that person's hand for a split moment and they had to use another sharp instrument in place of that? Because they list all the injuries a little differently, and you would think that they would list them all the same. Killing by stab wounds. But they made it a little difficult for us. Crimes and consequences, you're fine. Maybe you'll get gifted a membership. Make sure you have them turned on. I love getting gifted memberships, but I have mine on off, actually, I think. Because if not, I'll be hitting the gift in here. See, it says allow gifts. I always want to hit it. I don't know why. So here for Xana, it says Kernodle was deceased with wounds which appear to have been caused by an edged weapon. So let me share this here with you. So I went over here to edged weapon. Like, what is an edged weapon? Because I wanted to dummy it down for myself, and I thought maybe it would help you guys. And I'll just read a little bit of this, but it says edged weapons, sometimes referred to as a sharp weapons or blades, are any object that can be used to puncture or cut. Examples include knives, kitchen, combat, hunting, cleavers, box cutters, scissors, screwdrivers, machetes, and swords, axes, razor blades, shards of glass, and broken or sharpened credit cards. Okay, now that's crazy. Broken or shredded credit card. Wow. I never thought anybody would use that, but okay. Edge weapons are a threat and therefore of interest to the military, blue light community, police, firefighters, and the general public worldwide. Let me see here. It says knives are the most common edged weapon used in crimes and consist of a blade with a tip and 1 or 2 sharp edges. Include smooth or serrated, and it's connected to a handle. Okay. So mostly knives is what they're saying. Edged weapon. And then we'll go back to the affidavit. And then it says also in the room was a male later identified as Ethan Chapin. Make sure I close out that one. Here are Ethan Chapin. Hereafter, Chapin was deceased with wounds later determined. And it says autopsy report provided by Spokane, dated December 15th, to be caused by force or sharp force injuries. Now, it's different than what they said with Xana. They're saying edged weapon. Now they're saying sharp forced injuries. And they're also putting in that his autopsy report was provided by Spokane when they all went to Spokane. And I don't know why they had to add that in for him, but they didn't add it in for anybody else. Maybe because they got his autopsy back later. Oh, I'm so glad, Jamie, that you love it here. We're pretty cool chat. I think we are. Make sure everyone's liking the video. I try not to bother you guys too much about it. But that just really is just different. Like I don't know. I've never read a lot of PCAs, and I've never really read a lot of autopsies, probably a couple in my life, but it's just kind of strange. Now, because I was wondering, maybe what if like Brian, what if because they did say that Xana fought back. What if she did knock the knife out of his hand and he grabbed another one in the kitchen? Like say she was going to drop off that DoorDash order, ate her food, got her bag, took it into the kitchen, and encountered someone into the kitchen part or in that hallway. And there was a scuffle. And I think there was 2 autopsies done on Ethan. I think you're right, Extreme Blonde. I couldn't find it anywhere, but I know a lot of people were stating that. So I'm thinking it's true. But I don't know for sure if it is. If anyone knows for sure, let me know. Because I only see this one in here, but I know that they all went to Spokane, Washington for the autopsies. Oh, you've been on it since like day 1 then, pretty much. Crimes have consequences. Slices or knife wounds too. Yeah. It's just crazy how they kind of, a sharp forced injury. So where was it at? There we go. So sharp forced injury, it says damage to tissue or organs by objects or weapons with sharp edges or pointed ends constitutes sharp force injury. I mean, that could be a knife. These types of injuries have been classified in various ways. However, there are generally 3 categories of stab, incised, and chop wounds. Do you think maybe they made them differently so that it puts more, how do I word it? Like it makes the PCA that much like more dramatic. I don't mean to say the word dramatic, but you know what I mean? Where if it's just like that person was stabbed, that person was stabbed, that person was stabbed, that's kind of repetitive. But if you're reading it and you're saying this person died from sharp forced injuries, this person died from puncture wounds, then people, their minds kind of going and you're reading it and you're like, whoa, do you think that's why they use that verbiage differently? I mean, I know that, they want the prosecutor to read that PCA and be like, yeah, you have probable cause to go arrest him. So maybe that's why. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jamie said, be happy. Thank you for the gifted membership. Thanks, Catherine. This is a safe place. I try to keep it as safe as I can. I really do. And if anyone ever has a problem, just, I always say, put it in the bold letters. I don't care if y'all use the bold letters. I've got one eye. I mean, I like the bold letters. So it says these types of injuries have been classified in various ways. However, there are generally 3 categories of stab, incised, and chop wounds. I read that. Sorry. It is a common mistake, even amongst those with medical training, to refer to these injuries as lacerations. Whereas a laceration is an entirely different type of injury caused by crushing of tissue by the application of blunt force. Got you. So this means that it entered. So yeah, it means like the same. Okay. Has anyone in this chat ever been stabbed before? I know that's a weird question. Has anyone like stabbed their, like anything that's like had to like require a stitch or 2 or like anything more than that? Because I never have and I never want to be. But I couldn't imagine, the pain. I was just wondering, like if anyone's ever like, cut like their stuff like on an apple. I don't cut up fruit. I don't cut up things because I don't trust myself. But I didn't realize that. I know what a laceration is, but I didn't really think of it like that way, I guess. And I'm wondering if that's why they're wording it this way. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Because then it says here, as I entered the room, I could see 2 females in a single bed in the room. Both Gonzalez and Mogan were deceased with visible stab wounds. So it's like, that's pretty, like you're not getting, there's no guessing with that. Sharp force injuries. If someone said that to me, I'd be like, well, what do you mean? And then, Xana is just caused by an edged weapon. I would still be kind of like, what do you mean? An edged weapon, like can't say a knife. Maybe they didn't. Well, no, they didn't know because they had the sheath, but I don't know. Taylor Book Cutlery. Yes, I have. On this. Yep, on the Pennsylvania search warrant. Yeah, we did. We went through. Oh my lordy mercy! Before the live, I had to try to find that Blue Ridge knife or whatever it was, and I had to go through the whole alphabet of like all the knives, and they have so many knives on that website. It's like ungodly, and so it took me like an hour. Oh, I was just scrolling through. But we did go. My boyfriend and I went to California, and we went to a mall and like where he's from. He's outside of LA, and we went inside. I did post a video. It's on my page, and it's under the Idaho playlist. It was just a few weeks ago when I posted it, but this was in September, and we went and we looked at a K-bar knife. I thought the knife was going to be a little heavier than what it was. Personally, I was expecting something with a lot of weight, like a whole lot of weight. To me, it seemed like, and this is cringe, and like, but it seemed like it would be easy to use compared to like if you say like a pocket knife or something like that. It had like the handle, it had the guard, all of that. The knife sheath was huge though. It surprised me how big that knife sheath was. That knife sheath was huge. It was like, I don't know how to explain it. I know the knife was big, but the sheath just looked so much bigger. I don't know how to explain it. And it was heavy. It had some weight to it. So for someone to leave that just, I don't know. It surprises me. Sorry, I'm itching my top of my head. I think it's like a little dry. Sorry about that. Oh, crimes of consequences. I understand that. Yeah. I just try to stick with just a couple creators, Riddler said when I lost, where'd it go? When I sliced my finger, I used Neoskin. Oh yeah, and taped it with Gorilla Tape. Are you my dad, Riddler? That's something my dad would do. Electrical tape all day long. He wouldn't take an aspirin for a headache. The guy wouldn't do nothing. I mean, he was a man's man. Just put some tape on there. It's fine. That's really sad. I remember Nicole Simpson when she was killed. Yep, by knife. And that other guy had deep but not long as bad as the Idaho 4 wounds. Maybe. I'll have to look into that. Man, Nicole. I haven't. Yes. Tatum. What was his name? Cato. I watched the whole freaking trial. My dad loved every minute of it. Every minute of that, we watched it. My dad recorded the O.J. Simpson trial. So back then, VHS tapes, if you were recording something, you couldn't change the channel on the TV. Those were the good old days. So we watched it for like 6 months. Hey, Avamos. I'll get it right one of these days. Good evening. How are you doing? Does anyone own a K-bar? Because do they break easily, or the top that can withstand a lot of? No, so it can withstand a lot. My dog's trying to get in. These knives are like specifically made for the U.S. Marine Corps. It even has the USMC logo on it. They're made for combat. I think they were made for World War II. And correct me if I'm wrong. My dog's trying to break in the door. It's so funny. But I think that's when they were made, and they're sharp. They're nothing to mess with. I mean, like, it wouldn't take a lot. And the knife was light. Like, it was lighter than I thought. So you wouldn't need as much force or something. It just seemed like, I was like, wow. Wiss, you're absolutely right. She said they're for killing humans. That's exactly what they're for. They're made for military. And they will withstand everything. I mean, they're military grade knives. That's scary. Like a knife. I mean, that's... I couldn't deal with that. They're making so much noise out there. What are they doing? So I think there's one more thing I want to talk to you guys about, actually. Oh yeah. So remember in the search warrant for Pennsylvania, they found, I thought it was 3 knives, but I know that it was definitely 2. So it was this document here that they came out with, and number 1 was a knife. And then number 5 is a Smith & Wesson pocket knife. And they had the Blue Ridge knife on there, didn't they? It must not be on this one. So it must be on the other page. But I believe they had 3 knives. Two like folding knives, and then one, it just says knife. So we don't really know what kind of knife it is. Now, do you think if he was planning this when he was in Pennsylvania, planning to do something like this, do you think that he was maybe practicing with them to see which one he liked the best? Because we know our boy ain't good with a knife. He's just not. I mean, that's what his manager said back when he was 16. He couldn't fillet a fish. They would never let him touch the fish. So I'm wondering if he took that in his head, just like when he was big and he got small, and then he never wanted to get big again. You know, like when you get like you have that mindset. You think so? Jan said, yeah. I'm wondering if that's what it was. He was just practicing having them. Because I mean, if you're not good at something, you normally don't have a lot of it at your house. I'm not good at tennis. I don't own a tennis racket. I don't own a tennis ball. Does that make sense? I'm not good with shooting a gun. I probably won't ever be a gun holder. Actually, I'm pretty good at shooting a gun. Actually, I lied about that. I'm pretty good at that. I'm country. But you know what I mean? Like, there's just like, you would think that he wouldn't have a bunch of knives laying around. Not saying a bunch, 3, but 3's if they got this stuff out of his room, that's a good amount. I don't have 3 knives around me right now. Yes, absolutely right. Riddler said, a K-bar can make up for mistakes when it comes to unaliving. The knife was extremely sharp. I didn't even touch the blade hardly. I mean, I was afraid it would cut me just to like touch it. It was so sharp looking. I was like, I'm cool on that. But it was an experience. I'll tell you that. It was very eerie and very weird that a knife store is in the mall. Huge knife store. Yeah, they usually just do one, like the one autopsy. What did Jamie say? You go, hey, Trixie. I can't wait till trial either. Okay. I was going to buy one. I really thought about buying a K-bar, and then I was like, what am I going to do with it after I buy it? Like, they're $100. What am I going to do with it? I don't want to look at it. I don't really want to hold it. I could see me holding this thing on a live and chopping a finger off or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not good with knives. That's why I don't own any. But so I didn't get it. So I didn't buy one. So whenever we went to that mall and we saw it, I was like, oh, heck yeah. Because we saw a whole slew of K-bar knives. Like, they had machete K-bars. They had all kinds. It was so crazy. Of course you can. Let me see here. Let me grab the link. Oops. Let me grab it for you here. I don't think I had it ready. That should be the link for the membership. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. No, I haven't seen that movie before. The 2, yeah. 2 primary were seized in Pennsylvania. Okay. I was just reading the chat. See, yeah, I've never had a cut before. Well, I lied. But that doesn't. Well, no, that hurt. I had a chest tube. I mean, that's the only thing that's close to being. Yeah. And so that's another thing too. Like, I mean, I've had that happen where you like lose your oxygen. And so it's extremely scary. I don't have Mr. Rose, but I don't have a kitchen knife right now. Y'all, I realized this the other night. When we're remodeling, we're redoing the whole place. So the kitchen's done. We threw away all of our old silverware. I was just like, throw it away. I don't even want to look at it. Like, just, we wanted to get new. We got some black, like modern looking stuff, but we didn't buy steak knives. I was like, we have no steak knives in this house. We just figured it out too. We've been home since September. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. That's so sweet. Oh, Soulshine for Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. That means a lot. That really means a lot. It really, really does. I know because it's hard. It's hard right now. Christmas is coming. That's why, like, I try not to, y'all, you know me. I don't bother. I don't bother y'all. I try not to. I try to make it just safe place to hang and chill. If you like my videos, you watch my content, you're nice to me, I'm cool with that. And if you become a member, I'm even cooler because then, you're a member too. But, that's fine. I don't care if y'all are just in here hanging out. As long as you're here to hang out with me, I'm cool with that. I like hanging out with you guys. It really makes my day. It really, really does. I'm like, I have one of those, okay, stop sharing the screen there. But I have one of those things where I'm like, there's a certain time I do things throughout the day. I don't stop. Like I do home stuff, boutique stuff, business, I own a business, so business stuff. But I don't know what it is. I'm a night owl now, but right around, I'd say like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock, everything stops. And I'm like here, just like, and that's usually, whenever I start getting ready for like the day kind of, because in the mornings, I'm just usually running around doing either doctor's appointments or running around the house doing stuff around here. But I'm so glad that you're all here and you all are members and you're all just here. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. I think I'm pretty much done with the live. I mean, we can hang out for a minute because I know I like hanging out with you. Jesus loves me. Everyone is really nice in this chat. Everybody is very kind in this chat. I really appreciate it. Okay, there she is. I'm like, is Jan still here? I'm like, is Jan still here? That poor woman. She's probably like, I'm tired. Like, I'll go to work tomorrow. Because she has a job, a real big job. Like, she does this for me out of the kindness of her heart, her and Isabel. I love that about mods. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, for you guys to, like, literally, like, anybody that does that, that mods for any channel, like, for you guys to take something on that's not like, I mean, it's yours because you're putting effort into it. But for you to come in and not be, I forgot to say, because Jane just said we had to block one person, but I was getting to something there. But I don't know. I just feel like for you guys to come in and do this for free, it's just for free. You guys just do it because you love the content, you like the creator, you love the chat, and I love that. And Jan is so good about saying hi to everybody. Like, y'all, she's really good at it. Really, really, really good. You had to block one person. That's fine, Jan. You can block whoever you need to block. Jan doesn't ever block anybody. Never. We don't block people. We just don't. I mean, unless you say something like really bad. And I mean, for one, I thought we were going to have more. I told Vincent to keep his eyes on the screen. What platforms am I on? I am on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and I put my links in here. It'll come up on that Nightbot. So I'm on Twitter. Thank you. Be happy. Be happy just gifted another 10 memberships. Oh my gosh. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm going to need to get me a membership for my own channel. I do have the best mods. I do. There's only 2, but that's all I need. And if you ever need help, you let me know. If y'all ever need more people, let me know. Because I always like to keep it small, but I never really thought about that until now. Put a lot on you guys. If you ever need another mod, Jen, let me know. I just thought of that. Or I'll make Vincent show his face in here. Vincent says his title is Vincent is here. Vincent is here. Everyone is very generous. You guys have been so generous tonight. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I mean, it really means a lot. It means a lot. I try to be mystic. I try to be loving to you guys. I really do. I love you guys. There's nobody that comes into this chat, and I literally can say this 1000% certainty. There's no one that comes in here that I know of that chats with us. Unless I don't see them, unless they blocked me, that I don't love, that I don't like. I like everybody, and I appreciate everybody that comes in here every night. And you guys are always so kind. And if something's going on with me, and I have medical things that go on, and I get nervous, and I don't have that. I don't have my mom or dad to go and ask those questions to. And I can bring those questions to this chat, and you guys have an answer for me. You guys really always have an answer. And it's the answer that I need to hear. It's not some stupid, bogus Google answer. It's like my tooth, for instance, when it was hurting. You're like, clove oil, do cloves. As soon as I got the clove, no pain. I mean, it was literally like, what? And then the prayers when I was about to lose some teeth, we thought we were going to pull some, because the metal that I have, like metal implants. And they said, no, we're not going to do that because your guys' prayers worked. I guys put my little things in here. There's my TikTok. I do a lot of not a lot of TikToks. I've been trying to do more. They're more like, they're out there. They're everywhere. They're all different kinds of TikToks. I have no specific topic. I'm like 88 HD over there. Oh, here, I can drop the link too. I think I have the link right here. And this will take you to the home page so that you can join if you'd like to join. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, Extreme Blonde. Look at all these members. Look at all that. Be happy. It's like everybody's a member now. I love that. I don't think there was anything else out there, but has anybody else been getting on Twitter and going like back in time, like deja vu, like a year ago? Everything's like everything that's related to Idaho 4, it seems like is being brought back up again. It's just been really weird. It's been eerie. Just demolition. Demo. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't see anything but that. So, I mean, I'm wondering when trial is going to start. They seem to be moving right on along. I mean, defense is going to be there. There's not going to be any house. So where are we going to get evidence from? It should all be there. It should be tested by now. They should have the results back. They should be giving it all out. It is Christmassy with all the green, PJ said. I never really go on TikTok either, Holly. I go on strictly to post and then I get right off. I would be addicted. I would be addicted if I was on TikTok. Like, you can get lost. I get lost in the YouTube shorts. Thank you, John. That's very nice. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Oh, like he didn't know how to like clean the fish. I thought that his the manager or the owner said that he didn't let them fillet. He didn't let them fillet them because like when you fillet it, you have to cut it like pretty perfectly, or you're going to ruin the fish. You can't give that piece of meat, to a customer. And I think that might have been what they were talking about too. Oh, are you on a Apple? Are you on like a phone? If you go to YouTube through the Safari app, then you can join through my main page through that. It's real weird with the iPhone or like phones, I think. Yeah, when I do memberships, like when I gift them out to you guys, actually, you know what? We'll do that. Hold on a second. Let's gift out some memberships. Maybe you'll get gifted a membership. Let's see. Let's see if it works. But yeah, sometimes when you're on a phone, it won't like let you. So what I have to do is I have to go on here. I can't go on StreamYard. I can't go on my iPad. I can't go on YouTube Studio. I have to literally go in to like the live that we're in right now. So I got to go to like my channel and go to this live. Oh, sorry. And turn the volume off. And then it says, oh, look at this. New timeout links. It says you can now put people in timeout for different links ranging from 10 seconds to 24 hours. So I don't know if the mods, if Jan and Isabel have that like same capability, but I just said that on my end. Okay. So let's see. We'll gift because we're going to do 20 memberships this month. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you have your gifts. Your gifts to allow all, or gifts are on. And let me see here if I need that. Okay. I think auto with the iPhone, you have to go to the Safari app, unless they said that. But I'm pretty sure like if you go into Safari, YouTube, and then go to my page, it's really weird. I don't know why they do. Why are y'all making it so hard, YouTube? Why are you making it so hard? So I don't want to join. I want to. Okay. So we'll gift 5 now. So we're going to gift out 5 memberships. See how this works. There we go. And then if you don't this time, we'll have to just try it again some other day. They all do. Yeah, they all do. It is a lot of hard work. Brian said, be careful with your metal implants. I had one for 37 years with no problems. And I noticed what appeared to be a cavity in the tooth next to it. Within a week, it was a small hole. Then another week. Oh, I missed the rest of the message. Oh my gosh. I've had the same thing. Like I have a tooth that had a root canal. I don't know what they're doing. They're gonna work magic. As long as it doesn't have a crack in it, which I'm thinking it does, but I'm being hopeful. They said that they won't have to pull it, but I told her, I said, how are you going to put a permanent in? Because how are you going to put the metal implant? Like you put a metal screw kind of thing in, and then they put the tooth on the screw, like, permanent. Because I have a metal implant right here that's pretty big. And it has an infection right now. And they said that if the infection hits that metal, they're going to have to take that whole metal implant out and reinsert it. And we ain't going backwards. We don't go backwards over here. We go frontwards. Keep on moving. That's what we keep doing. So, oh, we're here. Large hole and broke off and literally destroyed most of my teeth because of the metal. So watch it closely. I'm in the same boat right now. Yep. I didn't know if it was because of the metal, if it was because of, the infection, but it's a combination. It's been a thing. I don't know what it is with YouTubers though. I feel like people on YouTube have dental problems. I'm not saying that I'd like to be mean. We all got them. Have you ever realized that? Like, I know there's a guy that does like jail videos, like prison videos, and he just got like new teeth or something, like new replacement teeth. And then I've had to have like teeth removed. And then I've heard just like other people talk about it on the platform. And I'm like, why do we all have these dental problems? Are we talking too much? Mine's from car accident, but and I thought I was like, what am I eating? What am I doing? And medications that I'm on too. So yeah, implants are major expense. You're getting a root canal tomorrow, Jujubee? Oh no. At least they'll give you some medication for after though. You'll feel good. You'll go to sleep. Just take a nap. Usually they'll give you something for the pain. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hate root canals. Whatever you do, if you never had a root canal, whatever you do not go to the restroom halfway through your root canal. Don't do it because you'll look in the mirror and you'll see something that you don't ever want to see. You just don't do it. Take my advice. I had a root canal on I don't even remember which one of my front teeth. And they saw your teeth down, to make it into like a nub, a little nubby. And I had to go to the restroom. And I'm like, oh, can I go to the restroom? I shouldn't have done it. Oh, thank you, Trixie. She said, prayers for no cracked tooth and no infection. Has reached the metal implant. I know. I'm really, they're really working with me. Like I had a lot of bad dentists until I realized that the place that I go to for all my other medical treatment actually takes my insurance. So now it's getting a lot better. It was really nice to talk to you guys. I love talking to you guys. Greg, that's a good idea. Greg said, I think they should put a police substation in place of the house. It's a good idea. Something that's like safe, Oh, prayers, what's going on? Do you go to the dentist tomorrow because of a car accident? That's why I go. So one last thing I could tell you before I leave. Don't let them pull any of your teeth unless it's like in a medical emergency and you're aware of it without getting a second opinion. If you feel like you need a second opinion, do not be afraid to say no. Sorry. I know I'm preaching to you guys, but that's something that I wish someone would have preached to me a little bit younger when I was a little bit younger, because now I'm like actually finally able to say no. Like I told the dentist, no. we're not doing this. And I couldn't believe I said no to a doctor. Like, I've never said no. I don't say no. I'm always like, yeah, sure. Whatever. Yeah. But I was like, we ain't doing that. I don't know. Where'd ours go? I think the Nightbot link might be the other one. We'll have to get you to my homepage. If not, I'll figure it out by next live. I'll have Vincent help me. Yeah, always have a second opinion. Yes, and for repairs, etc. Yes. Yes. Because when they said, I went into this dentist, and a lot of people in the chat know, when I went into this dentist, I was only supposed to have one tooth pulled. When I went in, they were talking about two. And I was freaking out because it was the second one in from my back one. And I'm just thinking my tongue's going to go through it. I'm going through this trauma, like literally, because I've lost my eye. I've lost enough, I feel like, in my life. You know what I mean? Like, lost that should be good. No, none of that. So then the dentist came in, he did a full exam, and then he's talking about pulling 6. Breaks. I freaked out. And I said, get Vincent right now. Like, I need Vincent. We got to do math. I don't know the math. How much is a tooth? How much is a permanent? What's going on? Like, I was having a moment. So I'm so glad I looked at the dentist, and I was like, I trust you. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I need to leave right now and I need to talk this over with Vincent and then come back or something, because this is something you need to talk about. It's like buying a car. That was going to be like $45,000 bill. Yeah. Yes, Soul Shine. That's what they did for mine. She said they can make your tooth look like a toothpick, and when you have a root canal, yeah, that's what they do. Just don't look at it in the mirror. Did he tell you that while I was under sedation? No. Well, I was. They gave me this pill to take the night before. It was supposed to calm me. I said, this ain't working. This ain't working. But yeah, it was like 46. Yeah, it was a lot. And my insurance was going to cover pulling the teeth. This was just for the metal implants, for the bridges they wanted me to have, for the crowns they were talking about, the root canal. I mean, they had I have a sheet. It's like a Christmas sheet. And then I go to Ohio State and they give me one that's a quarter of the price. And I'm like, well, I know where I'm going because they're better anyway. Yeah, the night before, Harlow, it's called, I forget what it's called. It's some sort of benzo, I think. And you take it at night, and I think that's supposed to like get it in your system, supposed to keep you like kind of chill. And then you take the other pill with you to the dentist. So I took the other pill with me. They were supposed to give it to me at the dentist, but then they never ended up doing work. So I never took it. So I was just kind of freaking out. And she gave me the pill when I left, and I still have it. She's like, here you go. And I'm like, what is this, a party gift? It was supposed to be stronger than a Xanax, Mike. It's supposed to be like a lot stronger, but it didn't. I was like, this ain't working. I was freaking out. The dentist pulled 6 of his good teeth. They didn't tell him those were the ones they were pulling. The dentist made a mistake and read the chart wrong. Oh my. That's devastating. Did you guys sue? Oh my God. That's my fear. That's my fear. My fear is when I go have eye surgery, they're going to mark the wrong forehead, like side of my forehead, because they mark which side they're working on. If it's your arm, they'll mark this arm. I mean, like, but your teeth, they can't really mark it. But still, how did he not know those were good teeth when he's pulling them and they're not coming out good? It's hard to get a tooth out, even if it's broken down and that root is still there. If that root is good, it's hard to get a tooth out. Oh, good golly. Oh my, that's horrible. Man. That makes me so mad. That makes me so mad. You feel hard at work, tripped over a pallet and got my left knee, and now my chest is hurting. Oh gosh, Therese. Oh man. Was it when some Idaho 4 news broke and you were like, uh-oh, I gotta hear it. Just kidding. You sound like me tripping though. That's me every day. But I think I'm going to jump off of here. It was so nice to talk to you guys tonight. I love hanging out with you guys. Just love it. I keep looking back at this little gnome. He makes me laugh so hard. Wow. Yes. Yes. You always have to have someone with you when you have surgeries. Vincent's my surgery dude. He's an expert. He will do it all. He knows like how to read the charts, the boards, driving the different, the places. He knows where to park because you have to go through the heart center and this and that. He knows all of that. I don't know any of it. I'm not good with directions. He could teach people a thing or two, but he won't watch an IV be put in. No IVs. He leaves the room. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for being you. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate it. We're here usually every night at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was a little late this evening, but I will be here tomorrow. And I'm not sure what case we're going to cover. Maybe we'll do Idaho. Maybe we'll do a different case. We cover them all here. I do want to go back to the beginning of Delphi and kind of dig into the beginning of it because we've been reading all the new paperwork, and I feel like now I need to go back on that case. So thank you guys so much. Thanks, Aries. I appreciate that. You guys are so sweet. I really, really appreciate you guys being here. If you don't mind, hit the like button. If you appreciate the content, hit the subscribe button. It's all free to do. And it really, really it helps the channel and it makes me smile. It really does. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.